Welcome to Welcome Back Comics Coronavirus Edition. Just kidding. Although actually this is a mask that I often wear here in the basement when I'm sorting books. As some of you who know me know, I have a slight allergy to the dust and cardboard residue that's in comic book boxes. So often down here I'm doing my best Bane impression from the movie. I'm walking around like this, trying to add a little levity to the pandemic that's sweeping the nation and probably going to make most of our conventions this summer suck. But in the meantime, I wanted to share with you some stuff that we found at the Delaware show we were at a couple weeks ago. This video is a little bit long overdue. It's been a hectic week. And as per usual, I'm going to show you a lot of stuff that was sort of found in 50-cent dollar bins, some of which is mainly just filler for us to build sets. A few of which, though, were some things that we were pretty excited to find. Starting out with a few things, one guy had sets already completed and they were half off. So this is a set of Spider-Man 1 through 12, which was priced for $16, made it $8, less than $1 a piece for the first 12 issues of the McFarlane run. We often put the entire McFarlane run together as a set, number 1 through 14, and so finding these for less than $1 a piece and almost a complete run already, perfect for us. There's actually two more of these that we also pulled. I think one was 1 through 13 and one may have been all 14, all in the $1 or less than $1. The price is varied a little bit, but all well within reach with this half off. There are a few other sets we bought there that I don't have with me here, but was very excited to find those because the half off sets in this particular case were fantastic. Found a bunch of other stuff that helps us complete our own sets. Infinity 2 through 6 or 2 and 6 will complete that set for us. Some of the Just Imagine Stan Lee books, you'll see a few more of those later. Just going to do a quick run through so you get a sense of the kind of sets that we tend to build. The Mighty Thor, Jane Foster run, the Thanos series. These don't necessarily complete the sets, but help us. And again, usually at $1 a piece, we'll fill in the set. So for instance, with this Thanos series, has about 12 issues. We'll start out with a core of 8 or 9 of them and then buy for $1 a piece or so the others to finish it out. Always happy to find Benham Lethal Protector at $1 a piece, especially number 6 was a hard one to come by for us, so we've got a bunch of sets waiting for that one. Some other stuff that's less exciting, but still good sort of bread and butter, Flash Fastest Man Alive series. We did find one of the lenticular covers for the Button miniseries, so we usually try and put those 4 together, the 2 Flash and the 2 Batman issues as a set, helping us finish off our All-Star Superman run. A few different, we'll see some more in a minute, but some of the Amalgam books, most of them we have a whole bunch that we have. Again, those of you who've seen a past video know that over here are all the sort of half-complete sets, and those bottom two sets of boxes are basically all stuff that are filler when we start to build a set. So we have a bunch of Amalgam in there already, but some of these ones like Lobo, the Duck, and Legends of the Dark Claw are less common, so we'll definitely pick those up when we see them. Blackest Night is always a good set for us, and so we try and pick those up anytime we see them for $1 or less. I was very excited to finally find the last 3 issues that we needed for Bendis' Moon Knight. I know this was a controversial series. Some people hated it. I actually really enjoyed it, and I'm excited to have the set complete to be able to put out for our summer shows. DC versus Marvel Comics, finishing off Civil War 2, which is exciting. Again, a few more of the Amalgam books. We've got some Dark Knight Metal. Actually, this one I pilfered from our own stock. We had it in a price section and we needed it to complete a set. So we're pretty close to or almost done with the metal foil cover set of the core 1 through 6 metal. Again, took this out of our own stock because we picked up, which I showed you, I believe, a few weeks ago in a video, most of the Batman Hush miniseries, minus 608 and 612. We had 612 in our own stock, so I was happy to pull it out to help complete the set. And we're also doing some Nightfall, which is kind of a fun, kind of nostalgic set for folks as well. Again, mentioned, we found 2 Lethal Protector number 6s, so that was exciting. Also Lethal Protector number 3, and I take it back, we actually found 3 Lethal Protector number 6s, so that helps us really build out some of those sets. Venom Funeral Pyre, Random Wonder Woman to try and complete this set. We're still a few short on this one. And as I mentioned earlier, a few of the Just Imagine Stan Lee books as well. So that's kind of our set filler stuff. The rest of the stuff still falls in the dollar category for the most part, but really gets us into stuff where it's going to be more in kind of like our $5 and up section. So I just want to kind of show off a few of those because we were excited to find them. And it just goes to show, if you dig in dollar boxes enough, it shows occasionally you'll find stuff that slips through the cracks or wasn't hot when somebody put their dollar box together, but is now. This, again, probably like a $5 book, Venom #1 of the Daniel Way series. Always good to have a Venom #1. Supergirl 80. This is the last issue in the Peter David, I think, volume 4 of Supergirl. Again, as you get to the low print runs at the end of a series, usually the last issue or two, you can get a few bucks for. So that's one that we usually throw up on our wall for $5 or $10. Spider-Man 250. Again, not in. It's got a couple little dings along the spine and on the corners, but still for less than a buck, it was worth picking up. Put a bag and board it, and probably be around a $5 book. This will be eventually in our sets, so I don't know if we're currently working on a JLA Avengers. It's only a 4-issue run, but it's super exciting to find these at $1 or less, and rarer to do so. Inhumans #1, certainly not the book it was back when the Inhumans TV series, well, back when Inhumans was first supposed to be a movie and then was a TV series, which tanked. But still, this was a great run on the book, a great cover, and usually, again, kind of a $10 book. We're happy to find for a buck. Spawn 300. Again, I don't know how much buzz there is about this book right now, but again, for $1, I mean, just looking at it, it had an $8 cover price. This is the second printing, but still got a pretty cool cover on there, so we'll pick it up for a buck every time. With the buzz around Moon Knight with the upcoming movie series, or not movie series, TV series on Disney Plus, we picked up a bunch. Somebody had a run of different Moon Knight series, so we picked up the #1s of the different volumes. So this is the Warren Ellis run. We got a #1 of the Lemire run. So very exciting to find these. And again, I haven't looked these up in a while. They may still be in the $5 range, maybe in the $10 range. Who knows, maybe they've gone through the roof and I just don't know it yet. I think it'll also depend once we know a little bit more of what the source material is for the show. Again, just a Moon Knight lenticular cover. The Moon Knight Fist of Khonshu from the 80s, #1 of that. Again, all these were a buck. So they were a super exciting find because Moon Knight definitely he's always been a fan favorite, but now has kind of some more buzz going along with him. Flash 92, First Impulse. This one looks like it's been signed. You can take a look and determine. I'm pretty sure that's Ringo down here. Not sure who that is. It doesn't look like it says Mark Waid. Maybe it's Marzan who's the inker. So again, for a buck, that's a great first appearance to pick up. Wonder Woman #1, especially when the new Wonder Woman movie comes out. Lots of people at cons will be looking for Wonder Woman books to pick up, so we'll throw this up there for $5. 5211, so the first appearance of this Batwoman. Again, great to find for a buck. That may go into a 52 set, or we may, if we've already got a set sort of made or with an 11 in it, we'll just keep that as a wall book. I was excited to find this Captain America book for $1. Not a huge book, no big first appearances, but that's just one hell of a cover. And just for the cover itself, I think it's good eye candy up on the wall. Actually found us going back to Moon Knight, second one of the Lemire series, #1, and going back to the sets, we found 1 through 6 of the Fist of Khonshu. You'll notice it had a $10 cover, which meant this was $5, so less than $1 a piece. For the first 5 of those. So again, I think #1 will be the book that probably goes quick, but the other ones are there, and that's kind of exciting as well. Last 2 books that we found, one that's just sort of a personal favorite of mine. We'll sell it for $5 or $10 or so, maybe 15. The Batman in Darkest Night. Again, I really like these. I think you've heard about this in a previous video. I love the fact that while Marvel has this long history of what ifs, DC's been much more selective with their Elseworld stories and did them in the prestige format. So it's kind of fun to find those and pick those up. And last but not least, kind of the biggest find for the show at a buck was Batman 567. So we've got the first Cassandra Cain Batgirl. Again, just goes to show you occasionally people overlook this book, just sort of get a run of Batman and throw it in a $1 or $2 section and forget about it. So it was cool to find that as well. So very exciting stuff to find at Delaware. Well worth the trip. As a show for us, we actually did pretty well there as well. We had some amazing deals that day. We were doing our $5 books at buy one, get one free. And if you bought 50, they got down to $1 a piece, which was an incredible deal. We were doing half off on our price books, etc. So it was both good for us for selling and unloading some stock, but also just give you a sense, this isn't even the full stack of what we picked up, because like I said, there are probably about another 6 or 7 at least sets that we pulled that aren't here in my sorting station. So exciting day, always good when we walk away from a show with stuff, both for our wall and to kind of fill out our sets and other sections. So that's it for now. Please be safe. We will see you at shows coming up if they're still happening, and if not, we look forward to seeing everybody when the pandemic's over.